Have you analyzed our alien life form?
What? Oh, that. Yes.
And? Why didn't you call me about the results? Is it dangerous? Does it reveal anything revolutionary about the planet, the Oasis?
Whoa, slow down, okay? Turned out to be uninteresting. I really think we have more important things to work on.
What are you talking about? A while ago, you were very persuasive about the need to research this organism. Now you're saying it's not important? What are you not telling me?
You just have to rub it in, don't you?
You're gonna have to be a little more specific with me. Plain facts, please.
I made a mistake, okay? It's not an alien life form after all. It's just a simple amoeba that must have contaminated the petri dish I grew the seeds on. You can start laughing now.
Well, maybe it originated on Earth, but it survived in space. That's still a noteworthy discovery.
Please stop being patronizing. You're only making it worse. Let's drop the subject and pretend none of this ever happened.
It ain't so bad.
All finito here. Should I switch to this? Wrapping up. Want me to go there next?
Unbelievable. The accidental goo grown by the biologist has opened up new research possibilities. What a bizarre discovery. I need to tell him about it. I decided to experiment a little with our friend, the yellow goo, and I discovered it has some remarkable qualities.
I see. I asked you kindly to drop the subject, but you chose to rub it in. If it makes you feel better, go ahead. It can't hurt anymore.
On the contrary, I wanted to congratulate you. The organism you accidentally nourished during your experiment turned out to have extraordinary capabilities. I tampered with it in the lab, and to my surprise, it turned out to make some smart decisions about finding the most optimal paths to reach food. So, I decided to see if its unique skills could help us optimize our research, and of course, it's a slime mold.
Huh. Good old crazy slime mold.
You mean you knew about it?
Everyone knows about it. It's a common protista displaying a primitive yet sophisticated form of intelligence. Scientists have been using its foraging methods to research optimization problems for decades.
And somehow it never crossed your mind to tell me. Amazing.
I completely forgot about it.
Of course, you were too busy sulking over yourself.
What can I say? Well done. Despite my failure, you pushed forward relentlessly and achieved great results.
You could have done it too if you weren't so busy trying to prove you're not who you are.
Are you sure? How do you know that if my goal was to grow a slime mold, I wouldn't accidentally create a bacteria which would exterminate humanity and destroy the universe?
That would still be a discovery. Fortunately, the real one you made was less hazardous.
What can I say? I'm glad my habitual incompetence proved to be of value.
Want to hear my conclusion from your experiment?
Please.
You don't always have to go against the tide to be successful. You chose a different life path than me because you refused to jump on the Rapidium bandwagon. And yet, here you are, studying the secrets of Rapidium. Looks like opposing reality just gets you back to square one.
You're right. I made a fool of myself. After all, who's going to care how special we were when all that's left of us is a pile of planetary ash? Optimistic as usual. I'm just being myself again, as you wanted. It's good to have you back.
Looks like we're running out of repair kits, you know? My workplace is malfunctioning. Want me to do this while waiting for repairs? Now that you've repaired my workplace, should I go back?
You've grown older. I know. Older and wiser. How are you? What did you find out? How was Event Zero? Where should I start? When I arrived, I figured I should prepare. Safety precautions, emergency procedures, those kinds of things. But as the sunrise grew nearer, a peculiar sense of calm dawned on me. And the moment itself, how can I describe it within the limitations of human language? It was so subtle that had I not been expecting something to happen, I might have not noticed it. It was almost like a lucid dream. But you did notice it, right? You registered everything. Of course, I made measurements. But if you are looking for simple confirmations, be prepared to be disappointed. Facts can't disappoint me, as long as your methodology was right. I sincerely hope you don't doubt that. So was I wrong about the barrier? Did you falsify my hypothesis? There is something much more sophisticated at work here. Listen to this. My instruments didn't register any Event Zero as such. No change of temperature, pressure, atmospheric conditions, nothing. But clearly, something must have happened. Of course it did. The sun came and went, and the terraformed sector stayed intact, just like the oasis. While you were waiting in cryosleep for the surface around the base to cool down, I ventured to explore the perimeters of my domain to look for any evidence of a physical barrier that could have protected it. But I found none. Which would mean the oasis protects itself in a completely different, mysterious way unfathomable to us. How exciting.
Oh, just wait for the big news. Or should I say, 2 pieces of important news. 1. Several measurements on the peripheries of the terraformed areas registered atypical fluctuations of the magnetic field. Of course, it is possible that they have nothing to do with the sunrise, but they also might turn out to be of substantial value.
And 2,
You're not going to believe it, but I also developed a method which should allow you to terraform the less fertile areas of the surface. Here, take my notes. I made sure they're thorough and coherent.
you've spent a lot of time in this environment. Have you observed any effects it might have on your health?
Ah, the human factor. You understand, aging is new to me. Physically, my body has never experienced it, which makes it hard to compare. But intuitively, I feel that this process is, in a way, beneficial, as if being part of the universal entropy restored an eternal harmony within each of my cells. It might not make sense just yet, but I've started recording some footage and hope to create a presentation about it.
Right. Oh. Thank you for your hard work. It looks like your job is done here. Come back to base and we'll compare conclusions after I've studied your findings.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. I've decided that I won't be coming back.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, some things are impossible to explain to one who doesn't share the experience. But believe me, if you were in my place, you wouldn't have any doubts either. This place is my home now.
Have you completely taken leave of your senses? You'll only end up old and lonely. Is that really what you want?
Getting old is a part of life. Why should I pretend that it doesn't concern me? As for loneliness, aren't we all lonely here? Isn't it an intrinsic part of the human experience? I wish you luck, my friend, but I have decided to advance on my personal quest for knowledge on my own terms. And my decision is final.
My home. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. looks like I'm done here. Should I switch to this now? My workstation is fixed. Should I go back?
Hey, Yambad. I got results from the field lab. My alter claims that he found no evidence whatsoever of any physical barrier protecting the terraformed area. And yet, it didn't burn. Correct. It looks like my metamaterial hypothesis has been falsified. This is pivotal news indeed. What's your plan? You don't seem surprised. Forgive my dispassionate response. I've spent a long time on this planet, and I witnessed many logical yet erroneous ideas come to life and be buried here. Asking what next is simply the most positive reaction to failure I am able to suggest. I think I need to commit to more exploration before I make any decisions. Fortunately, my alter didn't waste time and developed a way to enhance our rupidium mix. I should be able to expand my research to new territories now. Good. That means more samples to study, new patterns to observe. He also mentioned something about non-standard magnetic field fluctuations on the peripheries of the terraformed area. Interesting. I wonder, your alter, the one you sent to the field lab facility, how is he after spending so much time out there? Has he aged naturally? Did he tell you anything unusual? Funny you should ask. He seems to have aged naturally, but when I talked to him, I couldn't help but notice that something else has changed in him. It surprised me how calm he was, and that he didn't feel like coming back to the base. He said that place felt more like a home to him than anything else. I would advise caution. It's possible that whatever phenomenon is protecting the oasis from the sun may also have unforeseen side effects on the human brain. In my humble opinion, this is more a matter of ego than any mental deterioration. He simply feels better in a place where he can be more independent. I can relate to that very well. What about my predecessor? He spent a significant amount of time out there. Did he observe anything out of the ordinary? Yeah. Actually, there was one peculiar situation. I often wondered about it. What? What happened? He was once so engrossed in the oasis. Stayed out there too long. Realized just before the sunrise. Didn't make it home on time. You're not seriously saying that he stayed out there for a whole cycle? Yes. But how? What about food and other things? I would advise caution. Okay, you're acting strange right now. What's going on? Nothing at all. I simply feel more comfortable when talking about material phenomena and quantifiable data. Yes, let's talk about those. The magnetic field fluctuations, remember? That, in fact, is a very valuable observation. Those fluctuations could have left some kind of remnants on specimens. Analyzing it with picotesla precision could help determine if those fluctuations are stochastic or not. Yes. That could be interesting indeed. Thanks, Yanbot. I think I know what to do next. Be sure to come by if you have any new ideas. Good.
done here. Should I do this now? That looks like I've got here. Should I switch to this now? A nasty anomaly is messing with my workplace. I'm leaving before... Ah!
What the hell just happened? Interesting. The QC still sees him.
Sounded painful.